In the annals of criminal history, some accounts stand out for their horrifying darkness and mind-bending twists. These stories aren't just about murder or treachery. They reveal the deepest depths of human depravity. From cunning masterminds to shockingly unexpected endings, these dark twists redefine what we thought we knew about crime. Join us as we unravel some of the most twisted and unimaginable moments in criminal history. On February 21st, 2023, Abby Choi, a popular model and influencer, suddenly vanished, sparking concern and panic among her family, friends, and followers. Known for her radiant presence on social media, where she showcased a glamorous lifestyle, Abby's disappearance soon became a chilling mystery that would unravel a horrific tale. Abby had always shared a picture-perfect life with her followers, stunning photo shoots, family moments, and glimpses of her successful modeling career. To the outside world, everything seemed flawless. However, behind the scenes, Abby's marriage to Alex Kwong had been unraveling for some time. The couple had recently separated, and Abby had begun the difficult process of filing for divorce. When Abby failed to make contact with anyone on the 21st, her loved ones grew concerned. She had always maintained regular communication with her family and followers, so her sudden absence was alarming. The absence of her social media posts, her silence on her phone, and the lack of contact from someone who had always been so present in the lives of others raised serious red flags. Friends, family, and even her online community reached out to authorities, fearing the worst. Initially, the case seemed like a simple missing person report. Abby was an independent woman, known for managing her own career and life, and sometimes taking breaks from social media. But as days passed with no word from her, suspicion grew, especially as the authorities began to investigate her relationships. The investigation quickly focused on her estranged husband, Alex Kwong. Abby had recently separated from him, and the pair had been in the process of negotiating their divorce. While Alex appeared distressed at first, his behaviour quickly became suspicious. Authorities found his responses to questions vague, and his unwillingness to cooperate with investigators raised doubts. As the police began to look deeper into the details of their separation, it became clear that Abby's marriage had been marked by hidden resentment and unresolved tensions, possibly culminating in a deadly confrontation. Then, a discovery that no one had anticipated would turn the case into something far darker. Abby's dismembered remains were found in a rented apartment, not far from her home. The crime scene was gruesome, and the details were horrifying. The body had been disposed of with chilling precision, a clear sign that this was not a crime of passion or a spur-of-the-moment act. The brutality of the murder stunned even the most seasoned investigators. Abby's remains were uncovered after a search of the apartment complex, where authorities had traced clues pointing back to her estranged husband and his family. It was soon revealed that Alex, along with his father and brother, had been involved in the murder. The family had plotted Abby's death, driven by greed, anger, and a desire for control. The motive behind the crime was clear. Abby's separation from Alex had triggered a sense of loss and desperation. They wanted to regain control over the financial assets Abby had accumulated and to eliminate her as an obstacle to their plans. The investigation soon uncovered that Abby's murder had been meticulously planned, and her body had been dismembered to prevent identification. The coldness and precision with which the crime was carried out shocked investigators. Alex's role in the murder became clear as the authorities pieced together his actions, which showed a deliberate attempt to conceal his involvement. What appeared to be a loving family had turned into a web of lies and violence, leading to Abby's tragic death. As the investigation continued, Alex Kwong and his family members were arrested. The cold-blooded murder shocked the public, as Abby had once been a beloved figure, admired by many for her beauty, grace, and family values. The revelation that her life had been taken by the very people she had trusted and loved left everyone reeling. The media quickly latched onto the case, and the details of Abby's brutal murder spread across news outlets. The public was left stunned, grappling with the horror of what had unfolded. The betrayal by her own family, the people closest to her, was incomprehensible. But Abby's story isn't the only one with an unfathomable twist. Imagine a seemingly innocent affair that spirals into a deadly chase, where not just one, but multiple lives are destroyed in an instant. The next case we'll uncover is a disturbing account of deceit, high-speed confrontation, and murder, one that will make you question just how far people will go to protect their darkest secrets. Stay with us as we reveal another shocking chapter in criminal history that is bound to leave you speechless. On February 11th, 2022, a heartbreaking event unfolded on the A46 in Leicestershire, UK, that would soon become one of the most shocking double murder cases in the country. What began as a seemingly ordinary night quickly turned into chaos and sorrow, capturing the attention of the nation. In the early hours of that fateful day, around 1 a.m, police were alerted to a car fire near Six Hills, Leicestershire. When they arrived, they discovered two lifeless bodies inside the vehicle. Saqib Hussain, 21, and his close friend Hashim Ijazuddin were dead. What seemed like an accident at first would soon reveal itself to be far more sinister. Investigators soon pieced together the details, revealing that Saqib and Hashim were not victims of a random accident, but had been fleeing for their lives, pursued by two cars in a terrifying high-speed chase. Behind the wheel of those vehicles were none other than TikTok influencer Mahek Bukhari and her mother, Ansreen Bukhari, along with their accomplices. The story leading to this deadly encounter began months earlier with a secret affair between Saqib Hussain and Ansreen Bukhari. Saqib had been involved in a romantic relationship with Ansreen, but when he threatened to expose their affair and share explicit videos of the two, tensions escalated. According to evidence from the investigation, Mahek Bukhari had been in communication with her mother about confronting Saqib. Text messages revealed that Mahek and Ansreen planned to ambush Saqib, even discussing bringing others along to ensure the confrontation went as planned. They arranged a meeting at a Tesco car park in the early hours of February 11th, where Mahek and her team would face off with Saqib. Saqib, accompanied by his friend Hashim, arrived at the car park around 1:17 a.m. But as soon as they pulled in, they sensed danger. Realizing they were in jeopardy, they tried to make a quick escape. What followed was a relentless pursuit. Saqib and Hashim were chased by an Audi TT and a Seat Leon, driven by Race Jamal and Rekan Karwan. The cars tried to ram Saqib's vehicle off the road, forcing them into a terrifying high-speed chase. In a desperate bid for help, Saqib called emergency services. Saqib's voice trembled as he described the situation, reporting that they were being followed by men in balaclavas, trying to push them off the road. But the call ended abruptly. Moments later, Saqib and Hashim's car crashed into a tree, and both men suffered fatal injuries. But the horrors didn't end there. None of the defendants, including Mahek and Ansreen, made any attempt to help. Instead, they left the two men to die, abandoned in the wreckage. The investigation that followed was thorough, with over 200 hours of CCTV footage from more than 40 locations reviewed and over 300 witness statements taken. Forensic evidence found that the vehicles involved in the chase had collided with Saqib's car, and items like a wheel brace and metal tools were discovered in the defendants' vehicles, indicating that the attack had been premeditated. After an intense 3-month trial, the jury found Mahek and Ansreen Bukhari guilty of murder, along with their accomplices, Rais Jamal and Rekan Karwan. The court heard distressing evidence, including the heartbreaking 999 call that captured Saqib's final moments. The jury deliberated for over 28 hours before delivering their verdict. On September 1st, 2023, Mahek Bukhari was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 31 years and 8 months. Her mother, Ansreen Bukhari, also received a life sentence, but with a minimum term of 26 years and 9 months. The other accomplices were given varying sentences for their roles in the devastating event. This case reveals some of the darkest twists in crime, where a simple secret affair escalated into a deadly pursuit, resulting in the senseless loss of 2 young lives. The disturbing involvement of Mahek and her mother, who plotted the violent ambush, highlights the extent to which human emotions and deceit can fuel catastrophic actions. The investigation uncovered the terrifying sequence of events that led to Saqib and Hashim's tragic end, making this case one of the most haunting examples of how quickly violence can spiral out of control. The families of the victims continue to seek justice, forever marked by the cruel reality of treachery and the ultimate cost of revenge. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more from Horrendous Horror.